folks, it's B Dizzle on my way back home from dropping off one of my dogs at the vet's. I suspect she's been poisoned again for the second time. I suspect it has something to do with the fact that I emailed my police department outing and mentioning someone in my neighborhood who assaulted my dogs in the past, and I caught her in the act. So I don't know if that was this was in retaliation for outing this particular person. She was at the nail salon, and the nail tech intentionally harmed me, ripped my skin and my nail off of my toe, and she was kind of snickering, so I outed her. And then the next thing I know, I'm coming back from the mall, and there were family photos left at my doorstep. So that's them letting me know we've been in your home. I was also warned that they were poisoning my food. They were coming into my house and poisoning my food. So I've since had to go out and buy a chain and lock for my refrigerator door. You know, these are just like the regular shenanigans that a targeted individual has to endure, and their poor pets and their kids are all targeted as well. So I dropped her off, and you know, I just kind of filled the vet in with, you know, the prior history of how my other pets had been poisoned, and one had his teeth kicked in, you know, because of a home intrusion, and then another dog we had to put down because, you know, a home invader came in, and I suspect she was very protective, and I suspect that they were the ones that kicked her hind legs in. So she had hip dysplasia, and both her and my little guy had been poisoned. My one little guy they almost killed. I took him in to the vet, and he had some sort of infection that just was very puzzling to the vet. She said it didn't make sense as to why he would have that particular type of infection, considering that particular type of infection is only susceptible to female dogs, and he's a male dog. So, you know, I've since realized that it's because, you know, they've been poisoning my pets. So we put them on some antibiotics and steroids. The first round cleared it up a little bit. It was, you know, his blood count, I forget what it was, but it was supposed to be at like 60 something maybe, and it was like close to 300. So he was definitely infected with something. And then, you know, the second visit, it was still, you know, way over where it was supposed to be. So we gave him a second round of antibiotics and steroids, and he was able to finally kick it. So we were able to nurse him back to health. But, you know, he had lost hair, and he just wasn't eating, and it was lethargic, sleeping a lot, and, you know, moody, and, you know, more than normal. But he's an ankle biter, and he still is, you know, despite just having 2 teeth left from after them kicking in his other 2. So, you know, these are the days of our targeted individual lives. My cars have been vandalized a lot lately. I mean, they're just going to town on me right now. I don't know what their problem is. But my vehicle, the windshield has been busted. I got some moron went and, you know, keyed up the side of my car really good. You know, this truck in itself has so many like dings and dents because people were intentionally running their shopping carts into my vehicle. You know, and I didn't realize, because I didn't realize I was a targeted individual. So this stuff has been going on for quite some time. I just didn't know that it was happening. So, you know, God only knows what these people have been putting in my food. And so that's what I got going on now. I'm waiting I gotta go back in about like 5 hours. They're gonna keep my dog all day and you know, administer some fluids and get her, you know, blood and stool samples. And there was a time where they were letting my dogs out of my yard. There was a guy who broke into my neighbor's yard to get to my dogs, and then a police officer called me and said they had my dogs. So I went to get my dogs, and he had human feces. Someone put poo all over him. So, you know, that's the kind of low caliber people that targeted individuals deal with. I don't know what these people's problem are. I don't understand the type of people who participate in gang stalking. I guess they're greed driven. I've seen a video about how they kill pets because it's a satanic sacrifice. So I'm not really sure what's behind it, but I'm really hoping that it gets stopped soon. So